A jury has convicted a man for shooting and killing a young mother in Lakewood. Thanks for watching. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Tom Green. Amanda Bobian was 22 years old when Patrick Placencio shot and killed her outside of a home in Lakewood. That was April of 2023. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry spoke with Bobian's family. They call this a lose-lose situation.
Pictures will never truly put it all together, but a myriad of memories give a glimpse to what Rachel Guerra,
everything,
and Diego Bobian are missing.
What
they're left longing for.
I would say her laugh. She had a sense of humor.
She was such a joy.
Amanda Bobian was more than Rachel and Diego's daughter. She was a mom herself with big dreams for her and her 2-year-old son.
It's hard not to think about the day that we got the news.
In April 2023, Lakewood police responded to a shooting on South Marshall Street. Police say some sort of fight happened and 3 men were kicked out of a party. As they drove off, they shot at the home. Amanda was killed. This week, a jury convicted Patrick Placencio for her murder.
Thinking of our family, we never get to see her again. We will never be able to talk to her again. And then I can also put myself in his family's shoes. And they lost someone too. So it goes back to it's a lose-lose situation. There are not any winners here.
Placencio's brother, Frankie, was also convicted in this case. He pleaded guilty to an accessory charge and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Time, Amanda's family now feels, is not enough.
I don't think so.
Not after the court, the trial hearing stuff with the witnesses. No, it was. He got off easy.
But ultimately, we got justice for the person that actually killed our daughter.
For this family, as this case closes, a new chapter of life opens. One, they vow, to be filled with memories of Amanda.
I'm not moving on because moving on, I feel like I would be leaving her behind, but I'm moving forward because I'm taking her with me.
The Bobian family is taking care of Amanda's now almost 4-year-old son. They say they talk about his mother all of the time. Placencio is scheduled to be sentenced next month. Reporting in the studio, Jaleesa Irizarry, 9 News.
Yeah, it's a tough case. It is clearly a lose-lose, as he said. All right, Jaleesa, thanks. We turn now to the trial of the Aurora dentist accused of killing his wife. That's now on hold after the DA's office say that James Craig's defense attorney has withdrawn from the case. That withdrawal happening this morning as jury selection was set to start. The DA's office said the lawyer cited a professional conflict. We don't have any other details. Craig stands accused of poisoning his wife Angela with potassium cyanide and Visine eye drops. He also faces additional charges that include evidence tampering and perjury. Craig did not want to defend himself, so the judge has postponed the trial for now. There will be a hearing about the situation regarding that December 16th.
We are thawing out for sure from the cold to start the week. Really nice day out there. A live look outside. We warmed up to 60, Tom.
It's a trend that's just going to continue on into the weekend, Kathy. It's going to be probably 60 or 70 all the way through winter.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah,
that would be breaking news.
It'd be alarming, actually. It's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, we do need a little bit of moisture, and Mother Nature will comply, bringing another storm and another round of snow in time for the holiday on Thanksgiving. Snow-covered peaks to greet you if you're traveling I-70 tonight, and not a lot of wind or travel issues. Denver starting a warming and drying trend that'll last the rest of the week and weekend, ahead of a storm that will bring some changes for the Thanksgiving holiday. Temperatures 51 currently in Denver, 53 in Pueblo, 54 in Fort Collins. Again, the wind a little gusty over Loveland Pass, Kenosha Pass, but not to the extent that we've seen for the majority of this week. High and mid-level clouds spilling ahead of a powerful California storm system that's bringing record rain and snow to a state. Well, it needs it, but it's almost too much of a good thing. That's the storm we're watching for Colorado for the weekend. Ahead of it, just enough cloud cover to make for a pretty sunset and pretty sunrise tomorrow morning. Temperatures trending in the right direction. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll detail the weekend forecast and then look ahead to next week, the holiday week, and how that California storm will impact travel.
Democratic State Senator Janet Buckner is resigning from the Colorado Senate. Buckner represents Aurora, served for the last 9 years. She was first appointed to the House to fill her late husband's vacancy. She was reelected after running unopposed. In a statement, she said she's stepping aside to prioritize her health and family. Just last week, State Senator Chris Hansen also announced he's resigning from the Senate after winning re-election. Vacancy committees will fill those seats. Our political guy, Marshall Zellinger, will explain more on these vacancies tonight and what happens next on Next with Kyle Clark at 6. Matt Gaetz is out, taking his name out of consideration for U.S. Attorney General. Ever since President-elect Trump named Gaetz as his choice, there's been an outcry from Democrats and many Republicans. Gaetz has been accused of sexual assault, including having sex with a minor at a 2017 party. The House Ethics Committee had investigated him and discussed yesterday whether to release the report on that investigation. They did not make a decision, but there were two resolutions on the House floor calling on the committee to release that report. Gaetz resigned his House seat after Trump announced his nomination. His future is unclear. On Truth Social, Trump praised Gaetz and said he had been, quote, doing very well in the confirmation process.
In this afternoon, we're going to be learning the fate of 10 DPS schools. The Public School Board is set to vote on the superintendent's proposal to close 7 schools and restructure 3 more. DPS says teachers at the schools that are closed will be guaranteed a job within the district as long as they've had at least 3 years of positive evaluations. Now, they would still have to apply, but they would also get first priority for interviews. Teachers that don't have a 3-year track record like that are not guaranteed a job within the district. Ahead of that vote today, a group of parents and students made a final push, trying to stop it from happening, urging DPS to reject the proposed plan.
But this is the reason why I'm here. I might be very, very nervous to be in front of a camera, but my daughter and all the kids that are in the verge of not having a school next year, they matter. And that's the reason why I'm here, no matter what.
School board is set to meet in just over 20 minutes this afternoon, with a vote to come after that. Once the vote's taken, of course, we'll update you both on the air and online at 9news.com. Turn to football now, where the Buffs are in the midst of their best season in 8 years. Today, they were also looking to the future.
Yeah, because we know some folks are graduating or moving on or going pro. Shedeur Sanders is going pro, but CU just might have secured his replacement. Julian Juju Lewis announced today that he is committing to CU. Big deal. ESPN ranked Lewis the second best recruit in the 2025 class. He was committed to USC. He decommitted 4 days ago. Chris Tavares will have much more in that big commit coming up in sports, making lots of news nationwide. And a big day here at 9 News. In less than an hour, the Avs will look to get revenge against the Washington Capitals.
See, maybe just get a win. I don't know about vengeance. I mean,
Okay.
Do you think it's really
No, I don't think it's
bitterness
vengeance.
and anger?
No, it's not. Hockey's tough, though. Hockey's kind of mean.
Vengeance.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
sorry. Okay.
Gotta skate into Washington and teach them a thing or two. Our friends at Altitude are already there. They're getting ready for the pregame coverage, which begins here at 5:30. More on the big news today that the Avs will not be seeing Alex Ovechkin as well.
Big game tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. Game 2 of the 4-game road trip, and this time a bit of a revenge factor against the Washington Capitals, Riker. This is a really big game for the Avs. They need to keep that momentum going, but they're not going to see Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, and that's a big help for the Avs. Not good for hockey. He's had 15 goals his last 15 games, but here's what Avs fans need to look for. Jonathan Drouin and Val Nichushkin. It's game number 3 back for those guys, so they're going to be in prime form. The top 6 for the Avs are kicking butt. It's going to be a good game, Moshe.
All systems go tonight in the nation's capital.
All right, thanks, guys. We're going to be broadcasting the game both on Channel 9 and KTVD Channel 20. So here's how that's going to work this afternoon. Kim and I are going to take the 4 o'clock news over to 9 News Plus at the bottom of the hour when Altitude starts the pregame coverage at 4:30. And then 9 News at 5, and Next with Kyle Clark will also be over on 9 News Plus.